in a lying down position, and maybe you want to place your hands at your womb if you've got one, or your belly, or just your pelvis. See if you can feel a sense of your own hands on your own body. And then also feeling a sense of your body on the ground, noticing which parts of the body are touching the ground and giving yourself that sense of landing, of being here. Let this be a little pause in time as you just take stock and ask yourself, how can you give yourself some care over the next little while, through breath, through movement, through sound, through the choices that you make moment to moment. How can you really meet yourself? Wherever your hands are, you might start to breathe down into those hands, feeling a sense that your breath is getting deeper, slower, smoother in some way. If you like the sigh sound at the back of the throat, start to bring that in. How can you fill your lungs with a slow, steady breath on the inhale, and a slow, steady breath on the exhale? Feeling your body on the ground. And then just hugging your knees in towards your chest. And let's make little circles with the knees, massaging our lower backs. Easing out any tension in the front of the hips. It can be big circles, it can be little circles. Let your body respond to what I'm suggesting and decide moment to moment, does that feel good? How do I want to do it? What works for me in this moment? We're not always looking for what feels good, but is my body a yes to what I'm suggesting? And if it is, then go for it. And if it's not, then find another way of moving. Try lengthening your left leg down towards the handles and pull your right knee in towards your chest until you feel a stretch in the front of your hip. And you can play with which direction that knee goes. Sometimes for me it likes to go out towards the shoulder, and other times it wants to come more in towards the midline. And can you continue to breathe low and deep and steady and soft as you do that? Using it to release tension that might be there in the lower back or in the front of that left hip. And then try pulling the left toes towards you and pushing the heel away, stretching through the calf, lengthening and opening. And then pointing the toes and stretching through the front of the thigh, the shin, and the top of the foot. And then giving that a go on the other side, lengthening through the right leg, drawing the left knee in, noticing the difference between the two sides, softening in the jaw, softening in the forehead, allowing yourself to meet yourself there, not looking for a shape, but just easing into your body. Squeezing the knee in, try flexing the foot, pushing the heel towards the candles. What does that do to the front of the leg? And then opposite, pushing the toes towards the candles, stretching and pointing through the shin and the front of the thigh. Good, and then we'll just let the feet land on the mat and do some windscreen wiper action left to right. And you can connect your breath to that movement if that feels good. Again, we're working in the hips and the lower back. Might be quite soft and gentle movement, it might be quite rigid. What does your body need? And then if it feels good, you might stay on one side and just let the hips release a little bit there. Like we did last week, if you feel like you want more of a stretch of the hip and in the thigh, you can even try pulling your heel towards your bum. So if you've gone over to the right side, it would be your left heel coming towards your bum. But remember, we're not that warm yet, so you're just taking it easy. Each time you find yourself in a position, ask yourself, how can I soften here? How can I open? How can I use this pose to release some protection or some contraction that's in my body? Excuse me. Coming over to the other side. Let your knees fall over to the left or the other side, whichever side you've gone. And then pulling the opposite heel in if you want that extra bit of a stretch through the thigh. Taking a few breaths there in that space. Coming all the way back to the center and bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall out to the sides. If that doesn't feel good for you, you could try the opposite, which is pulling the knees in and taking the feet wide. One is an internal rotation of the hips, one is an external rotation of the hips. What does your body want today? I cough as soon as I lie down, so I'm going to stay up. Keep softening into the front of the thighs and also feeling a sense of broadening in the sacrum and the back of the pelvis and lower back. How can you relax your jaw and your forehead and the space behind your eyes? And then ask, do your hands want to go over your head? If they do, you might hold on to your own elbows. Or you might reach your hands way above your head. You also might have your hands down on your belly or in your chest or in the space of the womb if you have one. Constantly asking yourself as you land into a pose, how can I soften here? How can I feel more? How can I judge less? How can I be with myself in this position? Good. Holding your knees back and towards your chest, and I ask you here to give yourself a hug. Really give yourself a hug. And let yourself receive it. You might say to yourself, you're doing really well. I've got you. I'm proud of you. Whatever it is that you might need to hear today, offer it to yourself. Give yourself a squeeze. And then from there, roll all the way up into a seated position. Getting nice and tall through the spine, and we're going to reach the legs forwards. Try turning your legs in a little bit. And then lengthen up through the spine. Get really tall and open through the crown of the head, through the spine. Reach your arms. And if it doesn't feel good to have your arms above your head, then of course you can drop them down. This is your yoga, you decide. For me, that's quite an intense stretch in the back of the legs. Just noticing if it's too intense, you can always bend your knees. Breathe in slow and smooth and steady, and then try bringing your fingers down towards the ground. If you're not sitting on the block, you might get your hands into the ground. And you feel your fingertips into the earth, rising high. Good. You might stay with your legs like this, or you might cross your legs, whatever feels good for you. We're just going to lean into the side body here, lengthening up and over. Play with which direction the hand wants to turn as to how you get into the shoulder. Play with where your neck wants to be and your head wants to be so that you're not straining anything from the neck. Inhale, coming all the way up, get tall, get open, and then find the other side. You're crossing the legs and you're crossing the other way. Inhale, coming all the way up. Good. If you're on a block, come off it. We're going to point the toes. Getting really strong through your thighs and strong through your torso. So you're making like a V shape with your thighs and your legs.
And then if you want to, you might take your hands forward. See if you can feel your core engage a little bit. This is your fire, this is your motivation, this is your sense of self, this is you showing up in the world. Feel that sense of awakening that fire in you. Breathing that in. If you want even more, you might take the feet off the ground. If you want less, then you might come up higher or bring your hands behind your thighs. There's no right or wrong. This is your yoga. How much fire do you need in this moment? Good. Cross your legs. Inhale, lifting up out of the way. And then from here, exhale, push the hands forward, make a huge C shape through the spine. And you might breathe that out. We're going to do it one more time. So we're coming into boat pose again. Point your toes. You can have your hands behind your thighs. You can have your hands parallel. And then you decide if your feet want to come away or not. This is your yoga. You decide. Feel the energy at your core. Breathe it in, like you're starting your engine, like you're stoking the fire. And be gentle with yourself. This is not about forcing. Relax and soften when you need to. When you've had enough, cross your legs. Inhale, lifting up. Your arms might also go high. Lengthening up and out. And then pushing into the C shape. Good. Let's take that into a little bit of cat-cow. Inhale, lengthening up through the chest. And exhale, curving back. Use your breath. Move from the tailbone. You've got that sense of the down energy, the low energy, the sluggish energy, the sad energy, the grief energy. It's hard to move. So giving yourself permission to move slowly or small. Two more like this. Daring to take up some space to find the movement. Good. L shape again. Take up your space. Just letting your hands come back down. We're going to shake the legs a little bit. If you want to, you can pat as well. Like your legs are running, moving some of that running energy through, that frantic energy, right energy, that anxious energy. Ooh. Good. Nice. We're going to take our socks off if we haven't already, and we're going to do our little flow. Actually, I've been for a little while. So we're sitting at the back of the mat. Think of this as a little movement meditation. You're going to commit to yourself to move in a way that feels right for you. Then you're going to find the connection of the breath and the movement. That's the only thing I ask, is that you try and connect the breath and the movement. If it's not possible today, then you let it go. So as we inhale, we lengthen up, we make space, feel the energy up above us. And then as you exhale, find the ground. Feel yourself there. Inhale, coming forward, pressing onto your hands, untucking your toes. Feel the energy of the spine lengthways. And then as you exhale, either pushing into a downward facing dog, or into a puppy pose, or back to a child's pose. This is your yoga, you decide. No right or wrong, just listening to the energy of the body. 3 breaths here. Slow and smooth and steady. Feeling your body, feeling the ground. Don't let the practice steal from you, let it give to you. Heavy head, heavy heels. Next time you inhale, drop your knees, arch the spine, soften the chest. Next time you exhale, curve the spine. Next time you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, find your child's pose again. Can your bum find your heels? Can your head find the floor? Another movement up and out, this time a little bit bigger, a little bit broader, a little bit more brave as we take up space above our heads, lengthening the chest, maybe the hands come together. And as you exhale, come all the way back down to the center. We're going to do another one, I'll talk left, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. 3 breaths here, slow and smooth and steady. Stay with the movement of the breath. One more breath. Good. The next time you inhale, drop your knees, arch your spine, soften your chest. As you exhale, curve, pull your belly button away from the ground, separate your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. Brave movement. Inhale, coming all the way up. Hips forward, spine strong, core engaged. Exhale. Another one, breathing in. Pressing back. Breathing in. Moving at the rhythm of your own body. If you're in the upright position, you might stay there for another breath or two if you're not there yet. That's fine. Just come all the way down when you're ready. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. Feel into the medicine of that. Notice what it does for you. Good, I'm going to give you 2 options. You might come into a child's pose and take a side child if that feels good. Option number 2 is to come into the deeper position, threading the needle. So either a side child or threading the needle. No right or wrong, just noticing what your body asks for. You can do that. Can you do that again? I don't know. I can't even put pressure on my And then if you're heading your shoulder on the ground, you can take your other arm up. Bring your chin to your chest. Yeah, yes. Same for you, Holly. Bring your chin to your chest. That's it. So the back of the neck isn't going to strain. That's lovely, Elaine. Inhale, coming all the way up, whether you're in a side child or you're taking thread the needle on the second side, rising, and then threading. The key is to get your temple and your shoulder nice and steady and safe. I always took my chin in towards my chest and then my arm can come up without straining the neck. Breathing into that space behind the heart and into the shoulder blades. 2 more breaths like that. Beautiful, guys. choose to stay in the forward fold and just hang and swing and do whatever feels good. Or you can choose to move between a squat position and a forward fold. You want to move between the squat position and the forward fold, or you want to hang out in the forward fold. If neither of those work, then what else does your body want to do? Building some heat in the hips and in the lower back and in the thighs. Stretching up the back and the neck. Good. Roll ragdoll up together. Your knees bent. Your feet on the ground. All the way up to stand. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. There's one who's upsetting me. Just take a moment to feel your feet on the ground. Feel your legs strong. Just take Tadasana mountain pose. Palms forwards. Crown of the head rising up. And you feel the energy of the inhale taking you up towards above you. The energy of the exhale taking you down towards below you. You feel the energy of your core at the center. You feel the steadiness that creates. And as you inhale, the arms come wide and the chest opens. Maybe you look up. As you exhale, bow towards yourself, let your head draw down towards your knees. Bring your hands onto your shins, take a flat back, knees bent so you can lengthen your spine long. And then exhale, fold forward. Taking your arms wide, inhale, coming all the way up. Make space in the body. Feel the energy above your head. And as you exhale, come down, do that again. Inhale, arms wide. Guiding down towards the low energy of the earth. Hands to the shins, lengthening horizontal. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rising up. Maybe take an even bigger back bend this time. Maybe the hips come forward, move your arms reach back. Exhale, bring your hands down through your center. Good. Move into a balance from here, so shifting onto your left leg. By all means, take a wall or a chair or anything else that might be helpful if you want some support. Play with getting comfortable with that standing leg, really strong, really lifted in the kneecap, really engaged in the thigh. As soon as I reach my core at 4, so can I feel my rib cage drawing down and my belly button drawing in to create the space at the core that I need to feel steady. And then just as we did, can you feel up the way and down the way at the same time? And that holds you. Good. Either bring your hands onto your hips or take your hands above your head, whatever feels most useful for you, and try pointing the toes forwards. It doesn't have to be far off the ground, but just like we did that L shape, you get really strong through all limbs of the body. Good. Give that a go. Coming all the way back. Land back onto your feet. Inhale with your shoulders. Exhale, drop it down. Shift over to the other foot. Decide where that foot wants to be. Fire up your core. And then feel the two energies. Notice if you're frowning. Noticing if you stop breathing. How can you support yourself to be most alive in this pose, vibrant? expansive, soft. Good. Choosing whether your hands want to come to your hips or above your head, and pointing the toes, just like the L shape when we're seated, and be strong in every direction, taking up your space. Useful, and then with control, the foot comes in, land back on 2 feet. Again, inhale and exhale. Good. If you're at the wall, you might come back to join us. We're going to have a little bounce. So just moving through anything that wants to go and that wants to come to the surface, that's ready to be given up. You stand in the breath, you can get as big or as little as you need to. Sticky. Okay, whatever that was, move it through. Don't need the story, just need to let it go. Let all surfaces of your body get a little cleansing, a little sweep. Oh, off you go. Yeah. Give up to the flames. And then feel the newness. Even if it's only the tiniest little bit, just feel it into, oh, there I am, underneath all that stress and tension and worry and grief and sadness and all this stuff. There I am. She's in there. He's in there. Breathe it in. Do you have a standing pose you'd like to do? You've got a standing pose you'd like to do. No? I was thinking of goddess for you. You do goddess to Claire. Yeah? Take your feet out wide. Get deep in your pelvis. If you want to hold your pelvis, I invite you to. One hand at the front, one hand at the back, or both hands on the belly can also feel really good. It can also feel nice to just give your thighs a rub while you're here, almost to kind of release. Like, we're not here to hurt you, we're here to aliven you. Feeling into that feeling of the hips opening, the thighs working, and then maybe your hands want to come to your chest, maybe they want to go over your head, maybe you've already had enough and you might stand up and then drop back down. This is your yoga, you decide. Feel your feet on the ground. Maybe you want to take up space above your head, maybe you want hands on the heart. 2 more breaths, you can come in and out as many times as you need to. Good, we're all going to stand tall, like a 5-pointed star, lifting up through your hands, through your chest, through your gaze. And then exhale, bring your hands back down. Take your arms wide and just give yourself a hug here. So take your arms wide and then wrap your hands around your lower back. Walk your hands around your shoulder blades and squeeze yourself in, and then choose whether you want to go back down into the goddess breath here. You might just stay in the standing pose. If you receive that hug, maybe you want some movement in the hug. And then standing tall, 5-point star, inhale, lifting up. Bring your hands to your hips, take your feet parallel, and then fold forward. Maybe you grab your toes, maybe you grab your ankles, maybe you grab your trousers, maybe you grab your own elbows. How can I soften here?
How can I deepen here? Coming up whenever you're ready. Maybe bend your knees, maybe keep your back straight. See what feels good for you today. We're going to stay here on this side, taking the right foot out and the left foot in. Have your feet wide enough that when you bend your knee, you can feel a stretch in the inside of that left leg. Check that your right knee is in line with your right foot, and then bring your right elbow down onto the right thigh. That's it. Good. Maybe the top arm wants to come all the way up towards the ceiling. Maybe it wants to reach out to the outside edges of the circle. Just check that right knee has the foot come in and draw it back into the center of the foot if it has. Can you feel the down energy of your legs and your pelvis, and then can you feel the expansion up above you? Take up your space. 2 more breaths here if you would like. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Beautiful. We'll stay on that same side. We'll stay facing the same way, but we'll go to the other side. So now the left foot's bending. Stabilizing yourself first. The parts of the body that are touching the ground are steady. Then we start to open. Then we start to expand. The core is engaged. Take up your space, yes, man. Slow and smooth and steady, yes, Claire. Breathing, chest open. So beautiful, guys, absolutely beautiful. 1 more breath. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Beautiful, those are amazing. Standing tall at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. I'm going to take another brave, expansive breath up. And then take all that down and bow towards yourself. Bring your hands onto your shins, flat back. Exhale, coming into a tabletop position. You know where we're going. You need to walk back a little bit so you can use your arms like levers to lower yourself down onto your belly. Maybe you take a rest here, hands making a pillow, or maybe you come into the Sphinx pose. You might choose to rest for a few breaths and then join us in the Sphinx pose. Those of you in the Sphinx, maybe the legs want to come away, maybe the chest wants to push forwards, maybe the elbows want to drag back. This is your yoga. How much effort versus softness do you need? Really slow down. Make a pillow for your head. Really feel your belly soften in this position. Breathe into the back of the body. Feel your legs get heavy. You might stay there where you are. You might come back into a Sphinx pose. This time with the option of a hip opener too. Excuse me, so the knees are going to come off your mat like we did last week, and the heels are going to push down towards the ground. It's a bit of a frog position. And then either coming into the Sphinx pose from here, you can also try a Cobra pose, see which feels most useful for you. I prefer Sphinx. And so then you're opening your hips as you're opening your upper back. If that doesn't feel good, then revert to a normal Sphinx. Yeah, just see if you can now feel like you're pushing your heels down and in.
And as you're pushing your heels down and in, you're also pushing your pelvis towards the ground. Yes. Breathing. Opening. And then softening back down. Bring your toes together so you're now internally rotating.
Do you want to take a little wriggle and a jiggle with your pelvis, left to right?
Inhale, bringing yourself all the way back up. We're going to do a little bit of the alternate nostril breathing that we did last week. If you know that you don't like that breath, you could choose something else. So for example, you could choose the sit, sigh, or you might choose a square breath, 4, 4, 4, 4. Let's do our own breath choice here. I'll guide sorry, no worries. I'll guide the Nadi shoulder now, but if you want something else, that's fine. So for those of you that are joining me, tapping the right nostril closed and breathing in through the left. 1, 2, 3. Tap the left, breathe out through the right. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in right. 1, 2, 3. Out left. 3, 2, 1. Let's do a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap left, out right. 4, 3, 2, 1. In right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out left. 4, 3, 2, 1. In left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out right. Circle. 3, 2, 1. Is that your phone?
I thought I'd switch my
I don't know what that is. Keep it going. No, I think it's mine.
It sounds familiar. It doesn't sound to me either. Keep that rhythm going, so you're doing 4 on one side and then 4 on the other.
And make this your last one. And then breathe fully through both nostrils. And if it feels good for you to hold your breath, then do. And if it feels good to let it go, then do. If you're holding your breath, try squeezing your belly button. Try lifting your pelvic floor. And then when you release, you might release with a sigh. Just notice how that feels. All the way down onto your backs.
Or anywhere else you want to be. Listen to your body. I'm just going to invite you to do that shaping movement through the pelvis. So you keep your legs straight. It's like you're walking with your pelvis. One side of the pelvis is lifting and then the other side is lifting. So you get a little shuggle through your spine. Your head will move, your shoulders will move. And you're just increasing that shuggle until it feels like it will take it on its own. It gets a little life of its own. If that doesn't feel good, then anything else that does feel good, maybe a softening side to side, maybe a child's pose or a happy baby. What does your body want to do before you take a relaxation?
Good. Ask your body if there's anything else it needs before we stop. drawing your chin in towards your chest, and the back of the head can be heavy in the throat.
Maybe take a sigh breath to really release and let go. Feeling the contact of the body on the ground.
Give yourself this time to settle, to soften, to integrate in any way that feels right for you. Scanning the body for pockets of tension, contraction, forcing, protection. Seeing if you can give yourself the next few minutes to soften and ease out of some of that. From this place of softening, you listen into your own wisdom, your own knowing. What do you know from this place? Notice yourself wandering into the mind, feeling the breath, breathe in you. And use every exhale to soften, to ease, to come home to yourself.